Well, today is December the 7th, 2021. I am 18 years old as of now, soon to be 19. I have 1035 YouTube subscribers, which I'm thankful for, every single one of my subscribers. Thank you guys. Today is December the 7th, 2022. So, as of today, I am 19 years of age, soon to turn 20, and as of now, I have 1117 subscribers. So today is December the 7th, 2023, and as of now, my YouTube channel has 1150 subscribers. Well, 1 year ago, I was at high school, 12th grade. I was probably preparing for my exams. I was actually starting to get my driver's license. I remember that was a whole battle, and it started at the start of October and ended on July. So that was a long road, a long battle which I won, thankfully, thank God. Well, 1 year ago I was studying at a technical university, getting an IT degree, but that did not turn out too well because now I have taken a different route. What else was I doing? Yeah, everything, like, the reason I quit was because whole year was online. Even though they said to us, you will learn in the university, but that never happened. That never turned out to be true. Obviously, there were a lot of difficulties, and yes, I do regret sometimes that I did not, stick with my plans. But at the end of the day, I believe that I have learned a lot, and it will still be useful in my life. And I believe that God put me on that place for 1 year for some reason, and that reason I don't know yet, but soon I will find out. So 1 year ago was my first year learning photography. I did not know anything back then, okay? Now I'm full of knowledge, of good knowledge, of critical thinking. Let's just say 1 year ago I was less experienced. Now I have got more experience, more clearness in my mind about what I want to do. That is very cool. So after 5 years, I will have finished university, got my bachelor's. Hopefully that happens because I want to finish in one way or the other. I wouldn't say maybe an IT job, yeah, that would be the greatest. IT job, and probably, I mean, it would be cool if my YouTube channel blew up, but well, that's not up to me. Well, it is kind of. Where do you see yourself after 5 years? Well, looking at it now, I see myself finishing this photography course, then going to video making. By then, I would have finished it probably. I would love to still be doing YouTube, although not sure if in English. Well, I hope to mix it. How to have a Latvian channel, English channel, because I feel like I can express myself, my personality, better in Latvian. In English, it's more general, more serious. Hopefully, I will have learned a lot. Hopefully, I will be braver, more experienced in life, doing more things on my own, more projects, more money making on my own, started a successful business, whatever side hustle that might be. If there's a chance that I have 5 more years to live, hopefully I'm more manly, more
fearful of God, more disciplined, a person who manages his time better, a person who is not afraid of having responsibilities, a person who has responsibilities, a person that cares about other people more than himself. Well, not too much, because still, you gotta think about yourself, but that's not the main priority, that's not the main goal. I see a person that is willing to have sacrifices in order to have spiritual investments into things. A person who is disciplined enough, a person who is still humble, a person who does not lust for money or fame or anything, a person who loves his neighbor, a person who cares about the people around them. That doesn't mean that I don't care right now, but I wish I cared more, because sometimes I care, but I don't care enough in order to change something, and that is bad.
You see, my life calling, I really enjoy making videos. And right now, where I am, that is the field of IT, I don't feel like I am in the right field. And I am not enjoying this time at all. It is mentally draining to study where I study in IT. But nobody said it would be easy, so now I'm just fighting through it, and let's see how long I will last. Right now, that is the thing that I'm doing, which is making videos. I mean, I like that stuff, man. Like, you can't make it up. I believe that I have born in the right place at the right time and the right family. God has given me everything. Through videos, I feel like I can express myself the best. And yes, I agree. Some videos are not the best quality. I need to improve on that. I sometimes get lazy and I just want to put out a video. Because sometimes, or just say sometimes your priorities change. It goes from making the best video to having the most views. And sometimes you can earn the most views by not having the best quality video. Yes, that is possible. Yeah, sometimes rush things and then things don't turn out too well. But let's return to the original question, which is, what is your life calling? To make videos, to make good quality videos, to make people think about what they have heard, think outside of the box, to make people think and realize that we live in a beautiful world, to make people realize and think about things, not just in this life period that we are right now, but after that, what happens after. My life calling is also to have people think for themselves and not have other people do the thinking for them, to do the research themselves, to do critical thinking, to have critical thinking in this world, to escape the information bubble, to learn new stuff and to make people's days better. And meanwhile, I express myself through videos. Also, my life gets better.
My life calling is to create content with more value than anyone can offer. Spiritual value. Be supportive. Know the right words to encourage the people around me, to see the good in those people and to point it out to them, and to be there to listen.
This feeling you get whenever you're on a project, especially in programming, when you're stuck at a problem for a little while and then you just find the solution all by yourself, and then it just clicks in your head and just makes you happy. Also, good humor, good jokes, but that happiness is not even comparable to what God can give. Even when you're going through storms, through bad times, through everything, like you feel like a loser, no, God doesn't look at you that way. Well, I can tell for sure one thing that makes me happy is whenever I have a good beach volley session. After that, I either feel really, really tired but happy, or just really, really tired. It has some sort of satisfaction feeling. That's interesting, but it doesn't last for long. And that's the issue that most people face when they experience happiness in their life. It doesn't last. But one thing that I can say for sure is, even through the storms of my life, I know the end goal. I look at what I've already been through. I look at what person I was 3 years ago, and I go, wow, I've actually changed. And through this learning process, through these challenges, when I finish them successfully, that's what makes me happy. And even learning through your mistakes is part of the process. And even in the midst of problems and storms and everything in your life going downhill, finding that peace is what makes me happy. And that peace is fulfilling, and you know it's not anything that this world can give.
Or being thankful to God for the things that He has given me. What makes me happy, people around me who I can tell everything and who have no secret intentions, of people who are genuine, that you can talk about anything and have spiritual meaning more than just the happiness this world gives. But what makes me truly happy is deep, honest conversations with group of friends. And when you find yourself in trouble, there will be people around you, and God can work through them to make you happy. But sometimes I find happiness in other places as well. When I go to practice to beach volleyball, my whole day might be full at work, but when you are in that place, when you play, and after that, when you're finished, and you have had a marvelous training session, and you go back into the world, and you're like, wow, that was a good reset for your brain, for rewiring your brain. And on the way home, my thoughts are completely changed, and my brain is refreshed, and I can think more clearly.
Definitely an introvert. And I like being that way because I don't know where I would be if I would be an extrovert. Maybe I would not even be here making a YouTube video. Maybe I would be somewhere out there partying and ruining my life. So I'm thankful that I'm an introvert. But at the same time, it's sometimes challenging because as introverts, you really care what others think about you, which is a good thing. You're self-aware, but at the same time you don't want other people to think bad of you, and it can get to you that you don't talk to people at all, and you don't know sometimes how to react to certain stuff because you're an introvert. You don't want to do something wrong. You always want to be right and want to wish the best for others, and my social battery is always low. I cannot be in a crowd for more than a few hours. I get socially drained. I don't feel like talking, and I like the way that I am, but sometimes I also hate it at the same time. You see, I'm an introvert in one way and extrovert in certain other way. Introvert in real life, extrovert on the internet. I am still an introvert, very much so. But it depends on the situation also. I don't feel comfortable around people that I don't know in new groups. That's why it's so hard for me to go to places where there are a lot of new people and I don't know anyone. With one exception. That is, again, volleyball. Or sometimes even sports in general. There's just something about it that opens you up as a person. In the right environment, I can be extrovert. But I also need some time off to be alone. I can talk to a camera for an entire day. Well, no. Actually, I haven't tested that. It's more comfortable for me to talk directly at the camera. Like, I don't have it in mind that thousands of people that I don't know will see it, but it doesn't matter. But when it's real life, it's different, because you're specifically speaking to that one person and you have a specific goal in mind while you're talking to them. I have a very unique personality, and I do things sometimes differently, which is funny, and I do realize that. I just need to somehow use it to my advantage, and I haven't figured that one out yet, how to do it.
I mean, I am still a introvert, my friends, and I like being that way. Because I have seasons. I have seasons when I want to be around people. I have seasons when I don't want to be around people. I don't like I don't like being in new environments. It is irritating. But there's one thing, and that's how I know video making is my life calling. When I have camera in my hands, I can be around that new environment and I won't care. But I like being an introvert because introverts can have honest conversations, maybe not in groups, not so much in groups, but individually.
I am most thankful for food. That food is available freely, for water that is freely available. You can drink free water. You have loads and loads of food. Stores are always full, and it's just a good life in general. I am thankful. Also for living in such a peaceful country. It's a God-given gift. Well, I'm most thankful to God for putting me in this environment where I don't need to worry about anything. The problems that I create in my head are actually really, really small considered to what other people are going through in other countries. I have the best parents, the best food, the best health. I just need to work a little bit more on how I manage my time, and that's it. I just need to see those little things around me, because when those things are gone, that's when you truly can be thankful for them.
What are you the most thankful for? Wow. I'm thankful to God for not leaving me, for not departing from me, for changing, rewiring my brain to think more clearly, to think about the future, to think about other people, to care for other people more, to care for myself more, and to care for what I do with my time on this earth, to care about not wasting my youth, to care about growing as a person, about being more mature, about having spiritual investments.
I'll definitely finish university's bachelor's degree. That would be one of my life goals. Another one would be just a more general one. Just sometimes step outside outside of the comfort zone, and just do whatever. Just do what I feel like is right, so I can become a better person. I would also love to make a documentary one day. That's about it. Well, one of my life goals is that's again to do with beach volleyball, play in Latvian championship. Just play, and that's it. Well, a classic to run a marathon would be pretty cool. I would also like, in some year, let's say 2024, to run 2024 kilometers in that year. That would be pretty sick, pretty iconic. Well, it depends on how we measure it. If you can't measure it, is it your life goal? My life goal is to not only make people happy, but also make people understand why they are here. To make people, well, as I said previously, to make people think for themselves.
Honestly, goals is an interesting topic because I have always wanted some goals, but I have never gotten in the phrase of actually making them. But honestly, one of my goals could be to, it's a bit personal. But it's to do with beach volleyball, okay? I love that sport. And one of my goals is to get into the Latvian championship. There's the qualification phase, and to get through it and to qualify for the main event or for the tournament itself, to qualify for it. I mean, it is possible if I continue training. I feel like I need to continue training because I have become oh, this will sound so not humble, but I think I have become pretty good at beach volleyball, and I don't want to waste it. I don't want to go to waste. Do I want to run a marathon? Maybe. Yeah, I mean, it could be.
The way we look at things, we're getting too soft. I would change the fact that people are living in information bubbles to have good arguments without being called something you're not. I would change how people look at things but don't think more deeply about them. They live off stereotypes, but they don't always try to find out if those stereotypes are true. So they let their stereotypes or the media do the thinking for them. They don't think for themselves. And that's one thing that I want to change about the world, for people to think for themselves.
And I think I say this every year, but it is for people to have critical thinking. Look at the world around you. I want for people to stop for a moment from their daily responsibilities, to have the ability to stop and to think what is actually important. What do you want to achieve in this life? Why are you doing the things that you're doing? Is there God? And do you trust Him to lead your life? Do you trust the Bible? Do you have the ability to think critically and to not just reject it because that is the popular opinion, to reject what is written there, but to actually look inside it and to form your own opinion that is based on facts and knowledge? And everyone has that choice to accept it or reject it. I mean, people have the possibility, but not everyone has the time, because everyone in our society today is running to something, catching something, trying to catch something.
Mondays are the most difficult days for me, because on Mondays I always think about leaving university. Not leaving like right now, but after the year is over. Because Mondays are difficult in your university. There are 4 lectures, and in each of them I understand nothing at all. And after each lecture I am like, okay, I see, I will repeat this and this. I will probably watch the lecture again because it is being recorded, and I never do it because I have too much to do, too much to learn, and it's mentally draining. But I'm still here. How? It's all God, not me. Well, 1 year later I will probably still be studying. I will be 1 year older, that's a fact. I will have better English. And I will be a better sportsman and hopefully a better, happier person overall. 1 year later I will still be studying photography. Hopefully I will be more professional in my manners. I will have a better understanding of how to do good business, I will have better understanding of how to manage my time. And 1 year later, I can hopefully be more thankful about the things that are around me that I don't even realize I should be thankful for.
1 year later, once again, it's gonna be highest education. At least I'll try to get it. If I'm honest, I'm a bit worried about if I go where I go and if it will cost me money or I will be there for free. But 1 year later, I will be doing the same things that I'm doing now, but better, with more experience, and hopefully with greater vision on my life, with doing things humbly and with purpose, doing everything with purpose.
What expectations, New Year's resolutions did I have for 2022, and how did it differ from my expectations? So I don't know if that's the same expectations. I expected, well, for the year to be more peaceful, but obviously that wasn't the case, and that will never be the case. The world is turning more and more evil, and you can't deny that there is certainly good and bad, good and evil right now is taking over this world. If you don't see it, look around you. Look at what is going on. Look at the music industry, news. Don't you see it, what is happening? About New Year's resolutions, I actually had a resolution that I will read the entire Bible in a year, and I have a plan for that, and I am still sticking to this plan. So right now it looks like by the end of the year I will have read the entire Bible for the first time in my life. So that's good. Another New Year's resolution I had was to read 5 books, and right now I have read 11 books. Which, now it seems like 5 was very, very little. But nevertheless, doesn't matter. We still won. So then there were these things that you can't measure. To learn how to empathize with people more, to understand people more, and to learn to forgive people.
What expectations, New Year's resolutions did I have for 2023? And how did it differ from my expectations? What? I have actually written down. Now I remember. It's crazy to think about right now. It's still recording. 25 minutes. That's a lot of time. Okay, it will not be here. Let me look. Okay, I see. You are about to be shocked. Listen carefully. At the start of 2023, I declared that this year is the practical Christianity year. It is the harvest year, and it is the affirmation of truth. The year where I affirm the truth. I wanted to hear this. Okay. Let me just pause for a moment. This year I wanted to earn 1,000 euros from side hustles. That didn't go according to plan. Now I am in a real job. I wanted to cook 5 new dishes. Instead I cooked 3 as of now. I wanted to say 1 compliment a week to a person. I failed at that. I'm sorry. I forgot about it. But if there's no purpose, why would I pursue it? So I guess, what I can learn from these resolutions is to, when you set a resolution, you need to have a purpose while you're setting it. If you don't have a purpose, you won't complete it. And at the start of this year, from what I can see, is finding my financial path was the way. It was the way. I'm actually going through my notes of this year. And by the way, can we take a minute to look at how tragic this is, guys? I need a new notepad. Please send me money. Then we have the diary. This year I started a diary, and each day, I started from summer, and each day I wanted to write 1 or 2 sentences about what I have learned that day, what I am going through, or something along those lines. This year was, it was pretty peaceful year. Nothing much happened. There is stuff that happened that I can learn and grow as a person. There's some stuff that I'm proud of that I did. There's stuff that I'm not very proud of what I did and how I did it. But all in all, it's a learning experience.
So what did I learn about myself this year? I learned this year that when I put my mind onto something, I need to go through with it. I need to complete it. I can't leave it midway through. I give up halfway there. I will never see the big picture. And sometimes you need to see the bigger picture. This year I learned to set a goal, like New Year's resolution, and complete it.
I need to think through more of the things that I'm saying and why I'm saying them. I learned about myself that I need constant reminders of the things that I have read and things I have heard from other people say to me. Well, let's just put it that way. I need to listen to other people more. I learned that I need to listen to other people more, and I need to form my own opinion. And I learned about myself that I am a slow thinker. And if I am forced to think fast, then sometimes I do the wrong things, and I am sorry for it later on.
Are you taking care of yourself? I would say that I am taking care of myself. Because I dedicated one entire day purely going from doctor to doctor, from ear doctor to eye doctor to teeth doctor, whatever they call it in English, doesn't matter. I could take care of myself more. Take care of my emotions, to understand my emotions. That's where I can improve.
Are you taking care of yourself? That is such a... I actually am. And it's crazy to think about, but I do care about myself. And sometimes I feel like I care about myself more than I care about other people. There's some stuff that I want, but do I need it? Do I need it right now? Am I ready for it? I don't know. I don't know. God knows. Am I taking care of myself? Yes, I am. I think I am.
What expectations / resolutions do I have for 2023? First off, finish Bible school. Second, learn at least one new talent. Learn to cook 5 new dishes.
To do my best to present myself to God as one approved, a worker who, I want to be as a worker who has no need to be ashamed, rightly handling the word of truth. I don't want to be ashamed of things. Let's just not say certain things, but certain aspects of my personality that I can focus on. Of course, the core I cannot change and never will change, because, that's the one thing that recently has been on my mind. God doesn't want a copy of some person, if I look up to a certain person. God wants the unique me, the me that is me. I should be thankful for the core, but the certain things that, are outside of the core, that have formed based on experience or trauma, that is changeable. Next year I want to have bigger responsibilities, bigger willpower to not run away from responsibilities, to have open eyes to see opportunities around me, and I want to manage my time better. I want to not waste my youth. I want to train my patience even more.
When was the last time you tried something new? Well, last time I tried something new was last Saturday, and we went over some lakes that were frozen, and we tried to break the ice, risking our lives for content. Well, we filmed it, but that wasn't the main purpose. Our main purpose was to break the ice. We were standing in the middle of a lake, and we were trying to break the ice. Well, were we successful? Well, kind of, yeah. There were some scary moments, some funny moments, but overall, a new experience in my life. How did we survive that? Only with God's protection. That's the only explanation.
Oh, I found a job, by the way. That was something new. I never had a real job before. I mean, it is interesting. A new experience, having communication with clients, with workers around me. It's cool. My life calling is to be in another place, to work in another place, but I'm working here. But if I have started to work here, I like the I like this work because you can choose the days when you can work, and that means that I can do everything and not lose almost anything. I mean, it's great. Oh, and I also filmed the wedding. That was something new. I mean, filming not new, but filming a wedding, that was something new. It was great, but that was a big responsibility, and I wanted to do this maximum carefully. But as always, I am this type of person that, and I hate myself for this, that I just do something and then I regret it, and I do something like, sometimes I make stupid decisions and I don't know why I make them. Are you letting matters that are out of your control stress you out? Speaking about this is insane because I forgot this question was even there. One of my recent revelations: to not think about the things that are outside of my control, to focus on things that I can change, to focus on the small steps I can take, to change the things that I can change, and to not focus on the things that I cannot change. I was worried about matters that are out of my control, and that it does stress me out. It did stress me out, but now I'm rewiring my brain and trying to focus more on the things that I can change. What is one thing you would change about yourself? I think I mentioned it like a minute ago. I don't want to make stupid decisions that I don't know the reason for why I make them. But hey, I guess it's still a learning experience, you say something and later you're like, why did I say it? But I guess it's a learning experience, so maybe not that, but sometimes I find myself running away from responsibilities, and that's how I feel like. And sometimes, what I would change about myself is to be more honest about how I feel. I would want to be more open about my intentions. What is the hardest lesson you've had to learn? That, actually, what I said previously, the hardest lesson I have had to learn this year is that I cannot change the things that are outside of my control, and I also cannot change the past. I have to accept it and move on and learn from that experience. What are some of your core values? I want to, as I said many times this video, spiritual investments. I don't want to waste my time on things that I know will be counterproductive. That if I have a chance to change a person's life right now, right here, and to change the eternity where that person will go, that has real eternal value. Well, another core value is to have a reason for everything to do. When you do something, to not do it on autopilot, but to ask why I am doing the stuff that I am doing, to control myself more. So one of my core values is self-control. Another value is self-discipline. To be disciplined, to know what you're aiming for, to know your goals. Another value is to not be at the place that you are right now, but to look after a better life, to look after more responsibilities, to look after opportunities to help other people, to have an open, humble heart. What is a skill you want to build or a hobby you want to explore more? Ooh, I want to be the best player in table tennis history in Latvia. And if we talk about another skill, it's to do with human interaction. To have the skills to talk to another human being and to hold a conversation for more than 10 minutes. That could be great. Is to ask the right questions at the right time. How an extrovert does it. What were some of the personal challenges that you faced this year? I don't know how to manage my time. Another challenge that I faced, I don't know how to accept myself and the things that I'm sometimes doing without knowing the reason why I'm doing them. One of my personal challenges that I faced this year was, why do I take responsibilities that I don't have the ability to complete? And that's basically it in short. What 3 things are you passionate about? Number 1, God. I'm sorry guys, I will talk about God. Whether you like it or not, that is one thing that I wear with myself now. Gotta be honest, I'm passionate about sport. Passionate about the things that I do there. I like sport, I love sport. I still think that there's some kind of future ahead of me in sport. Don't know what it is. And I'm passionate about well, no, I will not say video making right now because I don't make videos anymore. But you know what? I am passionate in whatever place I'm put in, with whatever people I'm working with. I'm passionate to keep working with 110%, into everything. I'm passionate about my work that I do. What is a quote that sums up your year? When you control your thoughts, everything starts with your thoughts. And this year I have been battling with my thoughts and the things that I want, and to see the difference between the things that I want and the things that I need. And quote would be to focus on the things that you can change and do not focus on the things that you cannot change.